Welcome back to Rest Rune Aett. It's been a while. I've been out traveling, so working on my other channel and seeing the sights with friends. So tomorrow is the full moon. It will be May 1. And so what I want to do is an ancestral card spread because full moons allow us to let go of things. So let's see what kind of gifts they provide, what kind of advice they have for us during this new phase of life coming up. So, I've done a connection with the runes, and so we're going to look at the spiritual lesson your great ancestors had to learn. Oh, they had to learn about Fehu, which is all about the money. So it's trust, gain, offspring. This is the rune of cattle. It's the very first rune in the Elder set, which is the Germanic tribe set. There's 24 runes in this group. If I was using my Danish heritage, there would be 16 because it would be the younger rune set. Okay, let's look at the spiritual lessons your great ancestors, your great grandparents had to learn. Oh, they had to learn Laguz, which, if I can hang on to it, is the flow. This is the water rune, so it's go with the flow, use your psychic abilities. Learning about balance and introspection. Might mean medicine, might mean spirituality. They may have to go through some humiliation or tribulations, a disagreement that needed to be overcome. Okay. The spiritual lessons your grandparents had to learn. They had to learn to connect to spirit or source. So this is Algis. This is the protective rune. This is about resistance, getting help, shielding, watching out for impulsiveness. This is all about connecting with source. This is the elk rune, or sometimes people will say this is the antenna, or someone lifting their hands up to God or source in prayer. So maybe it's another predicament that they had to overcome, but they could overcome it with prayer. That was the lesson. Okay. So what is the spiritual lesson your parents had to learn? Okay, they had to learn about joy. This is Wanju. This is all about satisfaction, having happiness, success. This could be about career opportunities, wishes granted. They may have to learn to rebound after a teachable bottom or moment. So far, these are all resonating with my family lineage. How's that working with yours? Is it connecting based on what you know about them and the time period that they lived? Okay, with the full moon coming up, what's the healing that you need to do? Oh, the runes are getting kind of stuck in my cloth here in different segments. So let's fix that so that they're all together. Okay, let's try this again. What's the healing you need to do? You need to work on Perthrow. This is diplomacy, control of a situation, using your precious intuition. Maybe it's dealing with fate, destiny. Okay, could have gambling involved. Winning from gambling. So any of that, if that resonates. Okay, now let's see what spiritual gifts your great ancestors gave you. They were concentrating on the money piece, the assets. So what's the gifts that they're going to give you from that experience ancestrally? They are giving you the gift of Gibel, which is kind of the yin and the yang, if you will. This is all about hospitality, being generous, giving and receiving. It's the male and female energy combined. Okay. So, because they had assets, they were able to show generosity. Now, in my Germanic family, that was like a big thing. My grandmother was all about the generosity. They believed that you could be in a situation of poverty if you were not serving others. So she was all about that. But she is not my great-great. She was my grandparents. So, learning to give and receive because they had the assets. Let's look at, they had to learn the ability of flow. This is your great-grandparents, your ancestors. What's the gift that they're able to give you from lessons learned? Oh, they are giving you Dagas. This is the day rune. This is, think of this as the butterfly. You're being released. You see the light. It's change. It's new beginning, new cycles, fortune. Okay. So going with the flow and gifting you new cycles, new ways of being. You don't have to deal with old ancestral runes. It's a new cycle. Okay, let's look at your grandparents. What's the gift, the spiritual gift that they gave you? This cloth just likes to catch the runes. It's not a good choice. I'll have to change it. Okay, so your grandparents' spiritual gift to you is, this is the boomerang rune. This is Kinas. This is fire rune, the torch. This is all about education. Finding solutions, getting skills, getting truths. So, they learn to pray and connect with Source, and they're gifting you that education, that connection. Okay. How about your parents? They had to learn about Wanju or happiness. Career opportunities and success. What's the spiritual gift that they gave you? They gave you Jera. This is like the tire tractors. This is the harvest. So, Wheel of Fortune, recovery, completion of a cycle. It's reaping the harvest. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so they had a lot of success. They had to learn about that, getting joy and happiness, and this is saying, reap that harvest, get that Wheel of Fortune going. So, that's very cool. Now let's look at the message of love from your great-greats. What is the love message for you? What do they want to tell you in the spirit of love? Communication. So they want to make sure that you're seeking wisdom, love, friendship, that you're watching out for debts and temptations. This is Odin's rune. This is communication. And you need communication to be able to give and receive and have that male and female energy. So that's their message of love. What is their, what's the message of love from your great-grandparents? Let's do that one. These just really catch. It's kind of waffled, and it just likes to stick in that little waffle. Okay, the message of love from your great ancestors. Here we go again. The message of love from your great grandparents or ancestors. This is Manus. This is man. So this is mental energy. You're thinking with your mind, and it's about community. It could be legal victories, but it's idealism, autonomy, meditation, mental. So they had to learn to go with the flow. They start the ability to start new cycles, and they're saying, mental energy. Think with your mind. Think about the community as the whole. Think about your family and the ancestral. Okay. What is the request from your ancestors? What do they request of you? They request Urus. This is energy, the health rune. This is power, bison. Think freedom, passion, conquest, courage. You see, that's how you remember it. That is the request. Watch out for exaggerated risks of failure. Use your power. Okay. What action do you need to take next? Okay, you're giving up stuff. What's the next action you need to take? The next action you need to take, this is the DNA rune. This is Ingwaz. This is more the male fertility rune. So this is the creative, the hearth, think home, shelter, yield, good investment. It's prosperity, luck. This is the gestation or the cocoon rune before the butterfly. So this is the action you need to take. You need to use your creativity, your fertility, your luck, your prosperity, and gestate something for yourself. Okay? So, your ancestors gave you the power, or they had to learn the lesson of wealth, going with the flow, praying, connecting with Source, learning to be joyous and happy. The gift they gave you is the ability to give and receive, male and female energy, the hospitality, being able to start new cycles, change, the ability to change and start over. They gave you the ability of education. This one's a huge one for me. So using your education, your skills, your talents, finding solutions, and then reaping the harvest. This is your wheel of fortune. They gave you the gift to be able to do that. The advice or the message of love is make sure you're communicating. Think with your mind. Think for the community, the betterment of the whole. Use your power. The lesson you need to learn is to connect with Source. It's all about fate, destiny, luck, and fertility. You need to use your intuition. That's kind of your power stroke there, so that you can be creative and prosper and have luck and start something new after this full moon. So let go of the baggage. The lesson that you have to learn is dealing with diplomacy, dealing with fate and destiny and luck, using your intuition, using your genius, strike Go out there and win, gamble in life. Don't just sit on your laurels. Okay? So, I hope that helps you in the full moon, letting go of the past, being able to shed that, and go forward. So, these are your ancestral lessons, gifts, and advice, and well wishes for you. Until we meet again, thanks for joining me at Rest Runes, and we will chat again later. Bye for now.